Hi, Cancer. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-April 2023 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the Bridge and the Gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past, present, and future energies between you and a main love interest. Once we get to roll that, we'll pull some oracle cards with some additional insight. And after the Bridge and the Gap, the name comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind this is a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person. So if you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so follow that away, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Ace of Arrows. So this is the equivalent to the Ace of Swords, and I feel like this is saying that in the past you might have actually realized that you had feelings for this person, but in a sudden way. You know, it might have been one of those things where maybe you knew them for a while, but all of a sudden it might have just suddenly struck you that, oh, actually I might want to take things to a romantic level with this person. Now, whether or not you communicated on that or not seems to be a little unclear, but I would say usually with the Ace energy, I don't feel like it's physically communicated. Usually it's just more of a thought process at that point. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Devil. So, looking at this energy here, usually we see the Devil, there's usually a masculine and a feminine figure in the card. Here we only see the feminine figure, so it could just be saying a couple different things. For one, just be saying that they attract a lot of attention to them, right? So maybe that they don't go out and seek out attention, but it could just be one of those things saying that maybe a lot of attention comes their way. And it could just also be saying that, you know, maybe that's their expectation that they might have to a certain extent too, right? Whereas rather than them pursuing situations, they'd rather those opportunities come to them. But it could just be saying also that the attraction between the two of you is very strong as well. Right, present energy on your side, we have the Five of Staves. So to me, this could be saying that you might actually commit to the idea of actually throwing yourself into the competition for this person, right? So again, like I said, if there's someone who gets a lot of attention, normally that might not have been your style. Let's say, oh, you know what, let me see if I could get this person's attention, but maybe because you guys still have Mars in your sign, right, which is a bit of a rare transit, every couple of years it happens, could just be saying that maybe that's part of what's sparking you to get into that energy. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Page of Swords. So to see this energy here, to me, says that actually they might actually have a strong attraction for you as well, but I wouldn't say that maybe they're intimidated by you or anything like that, but it could just be one of those things where from your eyes you might see, oh, this is a person who gets a lot of attention, right? So maybe you feel like, oh, all right, well, I don't know if I could get their attention, but it seems like this person's actually a little bit more shy beneath the surface when it comes to actually expressing themselves. So it could just be saying that in the present, they're actually trying to figure out the right words to say to you to express that they have that attraction as well. All right, and future energy on your side, we have Awakening. So this is the equivalent of the Sun in traditional tarot, and it could just be saying that actually you guys might be getting quite a bit of attention in the future as well. And it's just one of those things where, you know, so you could find yourselves in the spotlight a little bit. So almost not necessarily a role reversal, but just one of those things where in the past you were seeing this person getting a lot of attention. Now in the future you might actually be receiving some of that same attention. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Nine of Wands, Sagittarius energy, and the Nine of Swords, Gemini energy. So could just be saying that they might actually have a bit of a wound that goes back to their childhood where they might have felt like, you know, they weren't loved. So if we look at the artwork there, we see there's that kid behind that gate, and we see the two adults. You know, obviously they're very wrapped up in each other, and it seems like they're being a bit neglected, right? So if we look at the feminine energy in the card in the background there, it looks like almost, I envision it being that person grown up, right? And they see those two people together, and it's like almost triggering them back to that memory. So it could just be one of those things saying that if they see you start to get the attention, right? Like I said in the past, it seems like they might have drawn a lot of attention, and then in the future, if you start to get that attention, it might actually trigger a bit of a fear in them that, oh, okay, they might feel like they're going to start to be neglected again. So feel like it's a minor thing, and probably because of the Mercury retrograde energy we have coming up, and plus eclipse season. So, it could just be more of a temporary energy in the air, but I do see that playing out soon. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Prince of Staves. So this is actually the equivalent of the Knight of Wands, which is a Sagittarius energy. So yeah, like I said, it could just be primarily because you guys have that Mars transit through your sign. That just has you a bit more action oriented than maybe you normally would be, a little bit more outgoing. But that's what I'm seeing with that. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is actually a Capricorn energy here. So that's Capricorn energy, and so is the Devil card technically. So some of you could just be saying you're dealing with a Capricorn, or if not that, could just be saying that this is a person who actually has a mentality to um, build things into a committed partnership, since that Capricorn energy represents your house of relationships. So that's what I see with that. All right, and moving on to your oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from Moon Knight deck here. I'm going to be looking for unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you as well. So we'll see what comes up. Oh, got two there, it looks like, and next we'll see what we get from them to you. Alright, so not getting anything on their side, so what I'm going to do is put the deck down and just give me a few seconds to tune in and we'll pull a card. Alright, we'll take this one here. Let me get this out of the way, and then we'll look at the two that came up on their side first. Alright, we have Selfish. It says, I love the way you make me feel, but I can't give you the same in return. So interesting energy there, because I didn't necessarily get that energy of selfishness coming your way, but it could just be one of those things where, like I said, I feel like it's more of a fear that they have when they start to see you get attention in the future. But I suppose it's possible for some of you. Let's see what this other one says. Okay, and then we have Worry. It says, I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I'm overthinking everything. What will everyone else think? So that's interesting there too, right? Especially because, like I said, you guys, the energy I got from that Ace of Arrows was that you guys have a past with each other. So it could just be one of those things where, like, a traditional way it could play out is maybe if you guys were friends for a long time, right? And then all of a sudden you might start to realize that, oh, I actually have more of a romantic interest in this person. So that could be causing you to wonder what could take place there, right? Like, okay, what would our friends think? Mutual friends, things along those lines. That could be how it plays out for some of you too. But yeah, seeing this first card here makes me wonder if maybe you guys actually might have your fair share of attention too. And it's just one of those things where, even though you did, you might not have had that awareness, right, until you see the awakening in the future. So it could just be one of those things, and that could be why, that would explain why they look at you also like, oh, I don't know quite what to say to this person. But let's see, on their side, we have planning. All right, let's get it to focus. Or not. There we go. It says, I know that I want you in my future. I'm working on making the proper plans. So that could definitely be what I'm seeing with that Page of Swords energy, where, like I said, it looks like they actually, even if you didn't see them that way or not, it looks like they're actually trying to find the right words to say to you, so they could actually find themselves a little bit intimidated when it comes to actually expressing their feelings. So with that planning energy, that's most likely what that's referring to there. But honestly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, looking for just a single card here to wrap the reading up with. Got one there already. Okay, so let's see. You guys got Message in a Bottle. There's the artwork, and the number is 15. So yeah, seeing that come up between that and also the Page of Swords energy, it looks like this person actually might open up to you and communicate their feelings in some way soon. Well, let's see what it says. Okay, the relationship message says you can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended receiver of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. So yeah, like I said, it's one of those things where it looks like you can be expecting some communication with this person soon. Like I said, most likely expressing at least somewhat of their feelings, if not all of their feelings. But looks like you'll at least get an idea that the attraction is mutual from them. And like I said, this could just be one of those things where the Mercury retrograde energy is going to bring this up. But hope it ever resonates with you guys. We're up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.